So, Paul,
Is it okay?
tell me about your whole beginning here. Like you're having a show and it's your first solo show
Yes.
and you've been working on objects just 6 months to a year?
Yes, definitely. So as you said, it started 6 months ago when I had the great opportunity to feature one of my lamps at FIAC. So it was during a side event called Private Choice. So for this event I designed a lamp out of concrete and gold. And it's not my main field of study, as usually I'm a photographer, but it was the first time I was creating an object. And it made me want to go further, you know, and that's what I tried to do with this new exhibition that is featured at OUTCAST Incorporated in Paris. So in this exhibition you still have photographs, as it's my main field of work, and you also have statues, and to me it's the follow-up of this previous exhibition.
And the photographs, it's about memory?
Yes.
Because memory plays a big part in your work.
Yeah, it always has been a huge part of my work, and my previous exhibition, photo exhibition in 2013, was about childhood memories that I tried to reconstitute using many photographic gimmicks such as blurriness, bouger, etc. And this time I tried to go further and deeper, and the name of the show says everything. It's called Memories Next Level, and the idea is to go even further in my memories to try to extract what is important, and at the same time, as soon as I extracted the things that are important, try to use them to go further and to get better, and to find happiness
And that's a key word to you, happiness.
Yeah, definitely, because I'm the kind of person that is happy for a long time, and I know when I'm happy, so I know it's a chance. And of course, sometimes you have periods where you have kind of a downbeat, etc. And this is the time where you need to work on yourself and find the right elements to put you back on work and back on track. And that's what I tried to do with this exhibition.
Because you started out in your childhood, you were sick, right?
Yes. Actually, when I was 10, I had a kind of a car accident. I was bumped into by a car, and I was really young at that time, and I really experienced not death, but at least I know that I could have died. And from this time on, I said, okay, I could have died, so now I'm gonna do things maybe that I don't normally do at my age, but at least I am gonna try to go out of my comfort zone whenever I can. So, photography, it's the best. It's the best alibi, to do things out of your comfort zone, because it enables you to be some kind of a chameleon. With the excuse of photography, you can enter everywhere and you can meet anybody, and it's a great medium.
And the pictures we're going to see, they're more landscape or people?
It's a very difficult answer, because you have landscape. You don't have people that are represented explicitly, but every picture is kind of a project in itself, and each picture has its own inspirations and its own past and its own conception. So on the pictures you will see colors, and that's what is the most important, because I conceived the series like a collection, so each color answers to other colors, and it's not landscape, it's not people, but it's forms, it's textures, and it's colors. So it's just like a collection, and I hope that when people see this exhibition, they ask themselves, okay, does it represent certain kinds of my memories, and does it connect with me? And I hope also that they will find the object beautiful enough, for instance, so that they could put them in their place. And it's the two important parts for me.
Can you describe some of the objects?
Yes, so along with the pictures you have two installations. So one is called Time Ribbon. It's a paper ribbon, and on this ribbon I wrote French words, and it's called chaque jour, chaque nuit, chaque jour, chaque nuit. And I wanted to represent the time that hurts, and it's very difficult to represent it in pictures, and that's why I created this installation, and it connects two pictures that are supposed to represent, I mean, my deepest souvenir and some kind of a future souvenir that I kind of created. So it connects the both.
What's your deepest memory?
My deepest memory is, I mean, it's a memory of an object that belonged to my grandfather. And you know, to answer your previous question, my grandfather is not represented in this picture, but still, the object connects it to him. And it's an object that belonged to my grandfather. It's a small lion. And in my previous exhibition, I already made a picture of it. And it was really defined, really neat, etc. And now I've rephotographed the picture, but it's more blurry, just to represent that, you know, this souvenir goes away, but still with my brain I can identify the forms, and I can know that, you know, what I show in the picture is my is this small lion. So it's my deepest memory, and I keep it, and it goes older, but I mean, I keep the shapes in mind, I keep the form, and it's the same with the memory of my grandfather. I keep some words he said, some attitudes, but of course it's still difficult to represent him exactly as it goes, you know, further and further. So that's what I represent in this memory. The other installation, it's called Life Luggage, and yeah, it's exactly what it means. You know, it's with time flying, you accumulate and you gather a lot of feelings, a lot of memories, and also the memory of people that, and it goes with you along the way. And I mean, it's two identical statues that I created in concrete, and they're connected with a golden chain. And the idea is to acknowledge the existence of this life luggage, but acknowledge it in a positive way. So you have this statue on the back, and you know, you have to take your life luggage, but the chain is in gold. So it's kind of noble to say, okay, I have all of this with me, and I take it with me, and I travel along the way. So this is the idea of the two installations. And obviously, it's something that I'm still not experienced enough to be able to represent it in pictures. So that's why I created installations. It's very complementary in the show.
And can you describe your lamp? Because you showed one object and you sold out, and you got orders, and your show is almost all sold out.
Yes.
This is not normal.
Yeah, so to describe the lamp, it's a concrete block. So it's made out of a jerrycan, so that's why it's called jerrycore. So I cast concrete, and I do it myself, because the idea is that this lamp is a connection between do-it-yourself spirit and you know, and it's the same theme, like going up next level. And the idea is I start from a do-it-yourself aspect, and then I put gold on it. I work with Bless to create the cable that should be really beautiful as well, and I put this do-it-yourself project to the next level, and this creates I mean, not even a lamp. To me it's an art piece, because it's made by hand, and you have a higher purpose than just lighting up a scene or whatever. So that's the idea of this lamp. And you know, when I listen to people and, you know, their feedback about this lamp, they say, okay, to me it's a lamp, but it's also kind of a friend, and it's a great way to start a conversation, and it's to me. So to me, it's what design should be. It should be about starting up stories.
I like storytelling.
Yes.
And the gold plays an important part. What does gold mean to you?
It's, for this lamp, it means, you know, it's just a way to put this lamp to the next level, and it's a way to make it noble. To me, when you put gold on something, it's supposed to last, and you try to make it noble. So you don't always succeed, because when you have an overdose of gold, it's like kind of the famous bling bling spirit. But when you put it on not noble pieces, or when you put it on stuff that it's not supposed to be noble, you put it to the next level. And that's what I really like with gold.
And so now the show is up for another week or so?
Yeah, another 2 weeks.
It got extended.
Yes.
And what's next on your agenda? You're starting a business?
Yes, I'm starting a business.
Just by yourself or with a partner?
No, I will be with a small team, and it's going to be a business about connecting fashion, mathematics, because that's part of my curriculum, and creativity. And we found a great idea to mix it every aspect and to create a business out of it. I'm creating this company because I feel that now it's really time for me to design my life in the way that in the past I learned a lot, and now I feel confident to go further and try to grow and to get better.
How old are you now?
I'm 25 right now.
25?
Yes.
So you're pretty ambitious, no?
Yes, yes, of course, but I mean, I don't think it's a drawback.
No, not at all. I say it in a good way.
Yeah, I feel that it's very important to be ambitious, but to be ambitious for. I mean, I'm ambitious for myself in the way that I can be satisfied, you know, and I know how to slow down, etc. But I always try to get better. And if one day you tell me, okay, Paul, what you do is wrong, I will always be the first to say, okay, so what can I do to get better? And to come back to this exhibition, it's exactly the theme, you know, next level. How do you go to the next level? It's, okay, you're ambitious because it gives you the energy to go further, but you listen to everything that is around you and you absorb it and you process it, and then you create something, and this is what puts you to the next level.
And your book?
The book, I hope to issue it soon. So it's an old project that I've been postponing all over time. What I did is that, you know, during the June Fashion Week in 2014, I made a 3-month project, and I was photographing everything that happened during these 3 months between June and September. So it's a set of pictures, and in this set of pictures you have pictures from Fashion Week, pictures you know, where I visit my grandmother, and pictures from my holidays, etc. So said like this, it's not very interesting. But when you when you create a series out of it, and you kind of assemble the pictures with other mindsets, such as colors, shapes, etc., it creates kind of a timeline, you know, just like Instagram, but with a much better quality, and it creates a very interesting story, and I put it in a book, and now I just need to edit it, but I feel that it could be interesting. So you have, everything is mixed, you have famous people, and you have Diane as well that is represented, and also people from my family, and you have famous landscape that disappeared because buildings were built, it was also fashion sets, so it's very moving, and I put everything in a book, and I think it can work.
Great. Anything you want to throw in there? Anything you want to say?
No, just thank you. I'm very grateful.
Thank you.